Meows. Meows.
Your mouse is on. Oh, no, that's gone.
What?
I was gonna say your mouse is on the screen and then it disappeared. But
There's gonna be a
it's
mouse
kind
on
of
the
funny
screen
because
the whole
there's gonna be a
time.
mouse on the screen
The whole time.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's jokes about jokes.
Welcome to Late to the Game.
It's late to the game and we're playing Ghost of a Tale. Which is what exactly?
It is like a cover-based stealth scurry.
Scurry.
Yeah, you scurry.
Okay.
You scurry about like a little mouse. You're a mouse, you're captured by rats. The rats can totally destroy you with a couple of hits.
Do you have any?
So you have to hide.
Do you have any weapons at all?
I didn't encounter any.
Okay.
You just kind of have to not get caught.
How long have you played this game?
Oh, only an hour.
Okay.
A little less.
So you don't actually know.
I don't actually know if you get a weapon.
You don't know much about it.
No, not a ton.
Okay.
Only that you're a mouse and you're captured by rats.
So is this based off of the Redwall books?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah, you just explained to me what the Redwall books were, but I am not aware of if they are.
Well, for the people who weren't privy to our previous conversation,
sure.
The Redwall books are a series of children's fantasy novels by British writer Brian Jacques. Published.
Jacques.
No, it says Jacques here. Published from 1986 to 2011. Holy shit! I did not think it was that.
They went that long.
Oh yeah, look, I was right. The first name is the title of the first book of the series, and as well as the name of the abbey features in the book. I said it was an abbey.
Yeah.
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 Apparently, there was an animated TV series. Also, 3 animated TV series.
Wow.
No, there was 1 animated TV series based on 3 novels.
But is this game based on
This
any of
Wikipedia
that?
article is very strangely phrased.
Well, I mean, Wikipedia is one of those things anybody can edit it.
22 Redwall books, and you don't know any of them.
I don't know any of them.
It's
I've
ridiculous.
never heard of that series until you.
It's about mice and stuff.
Yeah.
Overview. Let's see here. If the characters in the book are all anthropomorphic animals of some sort, almost all of whom are capable of speech, with a few exceptions like the horse. Well, that's rude.
The horse doesn't speak?
I think the horse. The horse was the first animal to speak on television. You think it would speak in the books?
That's true. Mr. Ed.
Yeah.
Was the first.
Well,
was he really the first?
I don't know.
Wow.
When did the first Babe come out? Wasn't this the Babe that we watched a remake?
The Babe we watched was a wait.
Was it a remake or was it an original?
I think it was a book, and then they never made a movie of it until later.
Okay.
And I think what you're thinking of might be Charlotte's Web.
No, I know what Charlotte's Web is.
Oh, okay.
But Charlotte's Web also was a talking pig.
Yeah, there was a talking pig.
When did Charlotte's Web, the animated movie, come out?
That was
that like in the 60s?
That was in the 60s or the 70s.
Was it?
Yeah, I want to say 70s.
Okay.
Though.
So that would have been before whatever we brought up earlier.
Before Mr. Ed?
Mr. Ed.
No, Mr. Ed came out in like the 50s. Mr. Ed's old.
Well, what kind of a name is Wilbur for a man?
I love that line.
I love Mr. Ed so much. It is a hilarious show.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, that's all they did. They just
talk.
put peanut butter in his horse lips.
Yeah.
I hope he liked peanut butter.
I'm sure he did.
And I hope he wasn't allergic to it.
No, I don't think they're like. I don't think horses can be.
That's an evil-looking rat.
Yeah, the rats are really evil-looking in this game.
Oh, you know what he reminds me of? Just that design?
Splinter.
I wasn't going to say that, but yes.
Yeah.
But also, I guess just rats all look alike. Is that racist? Probably not. The Secret of Nim.
I remember Secret of Nim.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He looks like the rats in The Secret of Nim, like the evil guard rats.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it might be based on that. Who knows?
Well, are you looking for a necklace from your deceased husband?
No, I'm looking for my mouse wife.
Okay. Oh, do you play, what's her name's husband then? This probably isn't related at all. What the fuck is that?
It's a pirate frog.
I'm saying all these things. I know I played this game before.
Yeah.
Whenever this came out, like last year.
Yeah.
It better have been over a year. You better not be overstepping the boundaries of the premise of the channel.
I think this came out like 2011, so we're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense as to why it looks like an early Xbox 360 game then.
Yeah. Another one of my favorite mouse-related pieces of media is Fievel Goes West, the American Tail movies.
I remember Fievel Goes West.
Fievel Goes West is really good.
I do not remember it vividly.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I know more from pop culture than I remember, like, have actual good human memories of.
I remember the second one more than the first one. Because the first one was American Tail.
Oh, I thought the second one was going to be like Fievel Goes East.
No, he doesn't.
They didn't make that one?
They went from east to west. Which is,
Well, what if you went more east?
Well, I think the entire journey of the Fievel family was just from west because they traveled from the old country. You know, they never really specify what country it is. It's like kind of Yiddish, kind of Russian, kind of Eastern European, like mixed in a pot together.
Right.
And that's the Fievel family, as it was so many immigrant families in different forms of media. The old country.
It is weird how they just kind of do a general. It's like, where is he? I don't know, some kind of Scandowiji place, I guess.
Scandowiji. Some kind of Waluigi country.
And what are you picking up there on the ground?
That was a bug. I'm picking up bugs.
What did the bugs give you?
Food. You eat some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a cockroach right there.
There are different kinds of. I don't know what the different colors.
Without a key, it's hopeless. That's fairly depressing. Jesus.
They tell you that a lot. So this is the first time I try to sneak up to the guard, or did that already happen? No, this is the first time I try to sneak up to him because.
Obviously he's going to get alerted. He's got
I wasn't sneaking very well.
He's got a hitman triangle on his head.
No, this is where I actually.
Bucket.
I think I. He kills me at some point, and then I try again, and I get better at sneaking because I have to.
Okay, because it's the whole game.
Survive, overcome, and adapt. Yeah, that's essentially the whole game is sneaking around and grabbing
That is
stuff.
straight up the rat from Secret of Nim. That's the guard rats from Secret of Nim.
I would not.
The evil bad guy rat, you know?
Yeah.
I have a Secret of Nim Steam home environment on my VR.
Really?
Yeah, it's the scene with the great owl.
Oh, yeah.
When she's like right in front of the owl and he's all superimposing and he's got his wings out and stuff. It's cool. It doesn't have any, it's not as good as the other Steam home environments. There's no music and there's nothing to interact with, but it's still like a neat little scene. I'm gonna do a big overview of all of the best Steam VR home environments, I think, because there's shockingly little information about that on the internet. And,
oh wow!
And someone needs to do it. Damn it!
And
because I'm tired.
Taking the task.
I'm tired of finding shitty ones.
Okay. Yeah.
There are no good Dark Souls Steam environments, and that's garbage. There is one, and it sucks, and it's not fair.
Get on that. Either
get on that internet.
Make one or make the existing one better.
You 12 people that mod Steam VR home environments somehow.
I'm sure they have a community. They probably have.
They're on our Reddit. Yeah. Are you double fisting bottles here? You just got one.
Yeah, I just got one. But you can carry, I think, up to 4 of them.
And you're gonna hit them in the head with it.
I wish. You can't really fight these rats.
Bottle of rot gut. Heck yeah.
The frog pirate asked for the bottle of rot gut.
Oh, of course he did, because he's a pirate. And pirates have to be drunk.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially if they're in prison, wouldn't you want to be?
Well, I would want to be drunk if I was a rat, pretty much whenever. Or I guess if I was a frog.
Yeah. If I were anything smaller than, say, a dog.
So
like
you're
a
a mouse. They have a frog in prison, and it's guarded by rats.
Guarded by rats.
Who is in charge of the society?
I think...
Is your imprisonment like a thing because you're a mouse, or did you do something to...
I think it's because I'm a mouse. I think that the rats are aggressively trying to muscle in on all the other small animals' territories. At least that's what I've gathered.
Okay.
Or at least that's the narrative my head spun as I was playing this, because I wasn't really paying attention.
Sure.
That just happens sometimes.
Well, it doesn't seem like that interesting of a game.
I could see how it would be. I had fun doing it until I got kind of...
Look at this guy. He's just like, I can't tell any of you mice apart with your ears and your silly hats.
Yeah, old racist pirate frog is racist.
Well, it seems from what you're telling me that everybody's racist.
A little bit, yeah. It seems like an allegory, don't you think? But what are your other favorite pieces of mouse-related media?
Well, I think you know my answer to that.
Is it Mouse Rat from Parks and Rec?
Oh, it's not, but that's good too. Yeah. I do like Mouse Rat. I don't know how mouse-related that feels like stretching the boundaries. Because what I was going to say is something that features an actual mouse as a main character.
Is it Stuart Little?
No. Do people still like Stuart Little?
When was the last time they made a Stuart Little movie?
Stuart Little 3 was probably somewhere around 2007, 8, 9-ish.
Wasn't that
right?
also the last time Michael J. Fox had any work?
No.
Oh,
Michael J. Fox does stuff every now and then.
Okay. I wasn't.
Why are you shitting on
I
Michael
wasn't
J. Fox?
taking a crack at Michael J. Fox. I was just legitimately asking.
Stay in your lane, bro. This is about video games. No,
I'm a pop culture enthusiast. Damn it.
Oh, is this crafting?
No, this is just eating.
Oh, you're eating?
I'm eating.
Okay, so it's like so this is like their take on Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
Where you have to collect bugs and snakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Are there any snakes in this?
I didn't encounter any snakes in
Jesus
my
Christ,
playthrough.
there was a lot of grain in that bag that you just shoved into your invisible sack.
Yeah. I could just grab it. Was just a whole handful, and I managed to grab it.
Does the entire game take place in like little corridors like this?
No, you eventually get out to a courtyard.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I don't think when I played it I ever made it out of this like type of area.
Yeah.
And I was worried that this is all it was going to be.
Yeah. There's also some little puzzles, like every now and then you'll reach like a key that you it's a little higher than your average shelf. So you have to grab a stool and like place it underneath it and then climb it. But the trick of it is you have to get past the guard, But you have to carry the stool with both hands and you're slow.
Didn't Half-Life do that like a bunch of times?
A bunch of games do that.
Yeah, that's just an average physics puzzle.
Yeah, well, I think it's neat, given.
If
given
only
the
you
setting.
had the key. Why are all of the text prompts so
dire.
Yeah, it just feels
They
very
wanna,
depressing.
They want to give you the air of hopelessness because A, you can't fight back. B, you're in prison. C, your wife is missing. So they're
Can
really
you
trying
play
to
that guitar on your back at all?
that lute. I haven't been able to play the lute. I don't know how to play the lute. I don't know if you play the lute at all.
Well, why's it there?
Because he's a
Oh,
lutist.
Jesus.
He's a lutist.
Or he's a lootist, or he's a looter. Is he breaking into this place trying to loot and riot and take down the Rat Man?
They didn't. I don't know why they threw him in there.
Well, he said he was there to rescue his wife. Why's his wife in there?
I don't know that either.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Eric! You're not bringing anything to the table.
I imagine.
You can't just slap down a rat game in front of me and not come with any additional information.
We've been talking about mouse-related media like the entire time, Christopher.
And yet we have not once talked about 12-ounce mouse, and I find that reprehensible.
Well, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about 12-ounce mouse.
Talk about 12-ounce.
Out of my way, I'm drunk as hell.
Blow your ass away like a ring in a bell.
12-Ounce Mouse is the best show that was ever on Adult Swim. Period. Yeah, I understand that there's stuff like Venture Brothers.
It's a tie for me between Venture Brothers and Metalocalypse.
Metalocalypse
And Frisky Dingo.
was fine. Frisky Dingo was fantastic. But I think on the whole, 12-Ounce Mouse it was so ridiculous.
It was.
And it just in and of itself, like it was like this thing that should have never existed. It should have never been on television. No one should have ever given them any money.
Nope.
And they did. And then at the very, very last episode, they do the Full Metal Alchemist JRPG like dethrone God through friendship thing, and it's but in their own weird little way, and it's just the most batshit 2.5 hours of television that's ever been on. It's like watching 12-Ounce Mouse, all of the episodes in quick succession, like one after another. It takes 2.5 hours, and it's the best David Lynch movie you'll ever see. It really, really is.
Can you still watch it?
On YouTube.
Is it on YouTube? Okay.
A good bit of it is on YouTube. I don't know if you can watch the full season. I know that...
I didn't know it was one of those things that Adult Swim had like archived. Because I know if you just go to AquatineHungerForce.com, it'll take you to Adult Swim, and they have a 24-hour stream of all the Aqua Teen episodes just going on a loop.
When it's going on a loop, is it just going on a loop like through all of the seasons and then resetting?
I think so.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would want to watch that much Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh my goodness.
That's a very good show in very small doses.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's what the movie proved.
Yeah.
When the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie came out, everyone watched it and they were like, "Oh, this is why this show's only 15 minutes long."
I liked the
I get it
episode
now.
about the making of the movie more than I enjoyed the actual movie.
Yeah. I like pretty much every episode more than I enjoy the actual movie.
Even Hand Banana.
We don't
talk about it. The Hand Banana night.
Moving on. Alright, so I see you've got different clothes that you can wear.
Yeah, you
like
can
a little
change,
RPG.
You can change your inventory things.
Cool, like a video game.
Like, yeah, it's almost as if we're playing a video game about mouse.
You know what the problem is here? The problem is that you were just playing the future, and now you're trying to talk about a mouse game.
About a mouse game.
And it's just like, this isn't...
Man, I really wish I was playing Pistol Whip right about now.
I'm not holding guns and being awesome. Why am I not being awesome right now?
This game is kind of charming.
I'm just a tiny little mouse.
I like stealth mechanics in games. I'm not a big fan of an entire stealth game.
Okay. I don't know if I agree. I like stealth mechanics in games, and I find games like Metal Gear Solid and Splinter Cell, especially the first couple Splinter Cell games.
Splinter Cell's great. Assassin's Creed's another great example.
No, it's not. Assassin's Creed is not a stealth game. Assassin's Creed
you
is
can
not
approach
a
it
stealth
stealthily.
Game. You had the ability in the past, and every now and then it may force you to do so.
See, now,
that is an action-adventure game, and Assassin's Creed fucking 2 just gives you a button where it's like, hey, do you want to press this button and kill literally everybody around you? Cool, press L2. Oh look, everyone's dead. No stealth required. Assassin's Creed, it ruins itself by making it easier. Assassin's Creed, I'm talking about Brotherhood. That's Brotherhood, where you can do that. Assassin's Creed 2, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say about Assassin's Creed.
Sure.
Assassin's Creed 1 was fine.
Okay.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 2 was perfect.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 2 is a perfect game. Like, it's in that category of almost completely perfect games.
I'll say.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood started a thing that Assassin's Creed has leaned more and more into ever since, which is, as the game progresses, it makes it easier. And that's not what a fun game is.
Yeah.
Because in Assassin's Creed 2, you still had to do that thing where there's a button for free run and there's a button for grab. Whereas from then on, it's all just press this button and point that way.
True.
And the press this button and point that way got progressively simpler as it went on, and eventually you didn't even have to grab when you jumped anymore.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it also does this thing where it, like, you can press a button and have just arrows fly in from nowhere and kill all of the enemies. And it's just like a magic make everything go away button. And then in fucking, what was it, Assassin's Creed, is it the one you're playing now, Syndicate?
Syndicate.
Is that the one where they introduced the grappling hook?
Didn't they have a grappling hook in
Was that in 4?
Revelations?
Or I don't know. The point is that it just gets to the point to where you're not even fucking climbing anymore, which is what the whole game was based around originally, and it's just, you just point a thing, and you're just like, you Batman to the top of something, and it's taking away all of, like, the skill.
I think that's
and what's
cool,
the,
though.
It's cool.
I like
it's
the
fun.
grappling hook. It's best not to depend on it so much, but it's still fun.
You're slowly progressing to that same mentality that Mortal Kombat's reached, where it's just like, hey, spend money to buy this game, and then spend more money to do things to make it so you don't have to play the game. Like,
you don't have to pay to use the grappling hook.
You don't, not yet, you don't.
What?
Just you wait.
Okay.
You think Ubisoft isn't trying that out somewhere?
Oh, without a doubt. But the thing about it, those games as opposed, to this game, this is more of a pure stealth title.
That's
because,
the stool thing you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
That was cute.
Yeah, it's neat. You can't exactly fight back, so it's more of a purely stealth title.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, you should have said that earlier.
Well, I was trying to, and then you started just verbally beating the shit out of Assassin's Creed.
It deserved it.
Okay, I understand. Do you feel better?
No.
Okay.
Let
I
me
feel
tell
like
you,
Lewis Black again.
Let me tell you why you're wrong about the other thing.
I'm in the Lewis Black place.
A purely stealth mechanic game can get boring, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that is something where when everything else fails in like Metal Gear Solid or in Splinter Cell, you can just be like, shit, fuck, shoot you in the head, silence pistol. Sorry. I was trying to do it without killing you, but you made me. I'm sorry.
It's funny that you mentioned Metal Gear Solid as we're going down a ladder.
Ah, yeah. Snake Eater.
I love that song.
That's the best game.
God, that song is so good. The game's good too.
There's a snake. Is that a snake?
I think that's like a
is that a
grub.
submerged guard?
I thought that was like a worm, or like a centipede or something, or a slug.
So, just what are you doing here? What's your goal?
See, you have to get the drawbridge down, and I thought I had hit the mechanism already once, and it didn't go down.
Right.
So now this is me looking around, seeing if I have to do anything else to actually trigger it to go down. And eventually, my tail catches on fire, and I have to run around in little circles, and it's pretty cute.
Well, I wish you hadn't spoiled that. I was going to look forward to that.
I mean, it'll come. It'll be here eventually. This is telling me what I have to do. It's just like, this is just the log that they had left up.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of Kingdom Come Deliverance.
I haven't played that.
Where you can tell that a lot of work put into it.
Yeah.
And people tried really hard, and it's obviously a very pretty game, and they have like some ideas, but I really just don't give a shit. And I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's I think the font might have a lot to do with it.
Sure.
The ugly Xbox icons that keep popping up have a lot to do with it.
Sure.
But it's just like, it's very cute. And it looks like it could be good, but there's something about it that makes me not interested.
Sure.
And I don't know what that is. And I don't want to shit on a game for no reason. Because
Sure.
I know that a lot of hard work and a lot of energy and stuff went into making it.
I want to have a good reason for shitting.
Exactly. But it's like, if you make a boring game, it's still just a boring game.
Yeah, you can make it as pretty as you want.
Yeah. Oh, your tail's on fire now.
Yeah, there it is.
See, I never would have expected that to happen. What a surprising event. And you've got like all these. When I see these menus just full of shit, and it's like inventory, quest, lore, and nothing's filled out, I'm just like, oh fuck, I don't care about any of that. Like,
seen it, done it in several other things, and let's do it again with a different skin on it.
There's so much. I don't know. Fantasy worlds need to do a lot to be interesting. And the problem is that they do too much too fast almost all of the time. And
Well, yeah, they have to throw a bunch of exposition at you. They want to.
No,
They're world building.
They don't have to, though. Like, Shadowgate 64 is a great fucking game. It's not, but I love it.
Asterisk.
And the way that it does is it does like the stupid text scroll that gives you some background info, but you don't have to care about that. You can just skip it. But it's just an ogre, and he carries you into a jail cell, and he throws you in the jail cell. And so immediately, when you like start looking around and you realize there's a hatch you can kind of use to escape, and then they shove some food into your cell, and once you eat the chicken, then you realize you can use the bone to pick the hatch to escape. And there's a dude in the cell next to you, and he's dying like of negligence. And it's just, it gives you like a very few things, but you're immediately invested because you're in the situation. Whereas, like, this game's trying to say that he's looking for his wife, and this is a very serious thing. The rats are very evil looking, and then we go one room over, and there's talking drunky pirate frog. And he's just like, oh, you get me bottle of rat gut because I'm pirate.
Okay.
And it's tonally inconsistent. You know?
Sure.
Also, frame rate inconsistent.
Yeah, that it is that.
Did you have a little tumble there?
I had a little tumble. I fell on my bum.
Okay, sure.
It happens. Sometimes you're a little mouse and you fall on your bum. You can't take a little bit of a tumble.
Are we gonna get to the part of the game where you're not in
The prison? Yeah.
in the prison
That's
anymore?
that's coming up.
Okay.
We'll get there.
'Cause I'm sick of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a prison. It's not supposed to be, avant-garde decor and
I
Art
guess.
Deco
I guess
stuff
if we're
everywhere.
looking for other stuff to complain about, why the fuck are we starting another game in a prison again? Haven't we done this shit enough?
It's a tired
back in
mechanic.
1999, Shadowgate 64 started a game by throwing you right into a prison, and it was old then, and it's old now.
Looking at you, every Elder Scrolls.
Looking at you, Bethesda. What do you think Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be like, Eric?
Let's
talk about Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls 6.
They announced it, remember?
They sure did.
They had a title.
They had a title screen
and they showed it to you.
and a landscape.
That was not a title screen. That was a title over a landscape. That was not a title screen.
It was a screen with a title on it.
It was a screenshot of a random landscape that they probably found on like a free PNG site. Or even more likely, it's just like a default texture that you can open up in Unreal Engine, where it's like just make a landscape and make it really bumpy real fast, and let's just put a font, you know.
Yeah, we got the Elder Scrolls font. Yeah, we got it.
So, but,
Change this 5 to a 6.
Yeah,
Put
no,
an
not
I
on
in.
that end. Move it on to the
Move it
other.
on,
We
yeah,
did that one in Oblivion.
Go.
I got.
He picked me up, but he didn't really. So it's not without its bugs.
Could you steal handkerchiefs off of the guard as you ran by him?
Yes.
Kind of funny.
I could steal helmets. I could steal handkerchiefs. See, I could steal from them, but I can't fight them.
You should raise the drawbridge so they can't chase you, or close the door.
I'm not sure if I can.
Well, whatever you're doing, you're not
It's
doing
not
a great
working.
job of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the part where I essentially go back to the beginning of the game.
Oh yay!
Because-
Good. I haven't seen enough of that part yet.
because I.
Good, thank
because
God,
I
thank God we go
I have,
back
like,
to the start.
5 rats chasing me. Yep. This is the very beginning.
And you hide in your toilet.
I didn't find anything useful. I no poop to throw.
Oh, no poop to throw.
No poop to throw.
I thought you were starting a sentence, and I thought there was going to be like the next word was going to be ratio, and I was like, "What's the poop to throw ratio?"
The poop to throw ratio. 1 poop to 1 throw.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
obviously it depends on 1, how many arms you have, and 2, how much you have to eat.
heck yeah.
I guarantee you there are people and animals out there who need more than 1 throw for 1 poop.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
I've never been in a mouse prison before, but I can't imagine the poop to be thrown is gonna be very solid.
Mouse poop
mouse
is very
poop is
solid.
very solid, but if it were like a little teeny version, let's just say, like I'm shrunk down to the size of a mouse, me.
Okay.
And I have nothing to eat but this
Mouse food.
and bugs and grain.
Why wouldn't you just be a mouse in this analogy?
mushroom. Why
Why don't you just say if I was a mouse?
on the rat prison diet, I would probably have not very solid and throwable.
Yeah, but you're a human, whereas this is a mouse.
This is a mouse.
Mouses,
Yeah.
mices, digest things differently than humans do. Therefore, if they were to eat mouse food, they would have normal, not runny mouse poops.
But in this hypothetical
This is-
situation,
I don't.
I am still a human.
But
Just about 2 inches tall.
But the thing is that why did you make that the hypothetical situation? Because it doesn't relate to any of the points that we're trying to make.
Can you imagine if your character was just a human and you're trying to escape these giant rats? That'd be a completely different game.
That'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
If it was just giant rats, That'd be scary.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think making it a mouse makes it less scary, because you're just like, you already know that, mice and rats don't get along.
I've never actually seen a mouse and a rat interact.
Have you ever seen either?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. I've only seen a mouse like out in the woods. I can't guarantee you that I've seen a. Well, you know what? I think I did when I was in New York. I think I did see rats.
Well, I lived in a trailer near the woods, and they would get into my my cupboards.
Okay.
They would get into my pantries really easily, so I had to,
What a depressing sentence. I lived in a trailer in the woods, and my rats got into the pantry.
I had mice.
Well, not my rats. They weren't mine.
They weren't. Well, they were mine when they decided to eat my cream of wheat.
That sounds like more like you were theirs.
Yeah. So I had to get some peppermint oil. Peppermint oil they have a very sensitive noses, so the peppermint oil kind of throws them off. You can also use snake poo because they think there's a snake in the house. And they're like, no, I don't want none of this. Also, a cat.
Out of both of those things, which one's easier to obtain?
Probably the peppermint oil.
Yeah.
Actually, a cat would probably be the easiest, but I'm allergic.
Well, where do you get snake poo?
From a snake,
Well,
silly.
Well, I guess that's true. Seems like the problem that you're just exacerbating it to try and solve it, to me. If I'm trying to get poop from a snake, I've gone too far off the deep end. I don't need to worry about rats.
You can lead a snake to the toilet, but you can't make him poop.
Nobody has to make a snake poop. It'll just
It'll
poop.
just do it on its own.
Yeah.
And they don't poop in the toilet either.
This game's boring.
Yeah, a little bit.
Cool. Good pick this week, Eric.
Hey, thanks. I had fun with it.
Did you?
Yeah, I kind of did until I didn't.
Yep.
That's how games work.
Oh, look, you can sleep
for
whatever reason.
Yeah, because you
Why don't you just pull that door lever? Oh, you're so bad at video games.
A lot of this is me rushing away from rats.
That's all I've seen so far.
Yep.
Just pull the lever. It's right there. There.
I didn't see it before.
Oh, God.
And now I'm in the courtyard.
Fucking fresh air. Thank the Lord.
You're starting to get claustrophobic, huh? Just a little.
Oh, yeah, we found a rotten apple core.
It's food. I'm gonna eat that later. But another piece of my favorite mouse-related media.
Jesus Christ.
Is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Even though Chip and Dale were chipmunks, they had two mice on the team, Gadget and Monterey Jack.
I feel like you're really reaching here.
I mean, somebody's got to keep it lively.
Still haven't landed on Mickey Mouse yet.
See, I was trying to see how long we could go without mentioning Mickey Mouse, but I didn't tell you. We did good. We did good, Chris. We did real good. Because he owns everything else. He shouldn't own our show, too, Chris.
Fine, that's fair. All right. Forget I brought it up.
No, it's fine. We can talk about Mickey Mouse.
No, let's talk about Chip and Dale. Chip and Dale's weird friends that showed up in 4 scenes.
Chip and Dale's... No, they had a whole show. They had a whole run of shows. I think it lasted like 2 or 3 seasons. And they were featured prominently on every episode. They were part of the team.
What was Pinky and the Brain? What were they?
They were mice.
They were mice,
they
right?
Were mice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah, Pinky and the Brain are cool.
Yeah. And then there's,
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse, sure.
Yep. And then there's...
Are there any other mouse-based video games?
Mouse-based video games?
That aren't based on any of the properties we've already mentioned?
I don't...
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Either. Wow.
I'm sure there's something.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, yeah, absolutely.
What's a Mouseketeer?
A Mouseketeer... are you seriously asking, or is this a joke? Is this a setup? Because a Mouseketeer is like one of those people who appeared on the Mickey Mouse Club. They had like the ears and they would dance and sing songs. Justin Timberlake was a Mouseketeer.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna say sexual predators.
Is he really?
No. I'm just... I couldn't find a good joke for child actors, so I just defaulted.
Sure.
So now we're in a barn. hiding behind
some bales of hay.
bales of rope. It looks like,
I think that might be like AstroTurf that's been rolled up.
or just cinnamon rolls, maybe.
Just old,
cinnamon
rotten
rolls,
cinnamon rolls.
with baling wire.
Yeah. This is a food court. There's a Cinnabon around the corner.
Is that a tarot card?
Yeah. They call them fate cards. They're collectibles. I'm not entirely sure what they do.
No, they tell you the future.
I don't think those do specifically.
This whole thing looks like a prison.
Well, yeah, it is.
Well, I thought you were outside the prison, though.
No, I'm still in it. Did you see before when I tried to run out the gate and they kind of just lowered it really fast? They do that every time. I can't get out that way.
That's irritating.
It really is. And I don't try it one time either. I try it at least 3. This is me looking through the bung hole of the barrel. That is what a hole in the barrel is called, where you would put a cork or a bung. It is called a bung hole.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I feel a little bit more intelligent
Yeah.
and a little more uncomfortable.
You should learn things. They say if you don't learn at least 5 new things a day, then you have wasted your day.
That's a lot. 5 is a
It
lot.
is a lot.
5 new things?
5 new things.
What do you put the things that you already know? Where do you put those things?
They get pushed out.
I need those things, though. That's what I worry
It
about.
reminds me of a Simpsons bit. It's like, the human brain can only learn so much, Marge. Remember that time I took a wine making class and then I forgot how to drive? That's because you were drunk!
That's funny. So is there just like lots of people that are also being kept in jail?
Yep. This is
this is another mouse. We found some of our own kind.
Gusto and Fatale. They are also planning an escape, and they are.
It seems like the plan. I mean, it's there.
Their door was unlocked the whole time.
Like you just walked up and pressed a button, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just because you were on this side. Maybe they didn't have access to the handle.
No, they acknowledge it. It's like, yeah, we know. We could have left at any time, but we're biding our time. Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
yo, they sure do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I hate that all fantasy pretends to take place in like 18th century England.
Sure.
It really bothers me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why they invented systems like cyberpunk and,
No,
stuff like
cyberpunk it was supposed to be like a deterrent to, I mean,
just regular fantasy role-playing.
I don't know, like, there has to be a way to call it fantasy, but it not take place in England with elves and orcs and stuff like that.
Well, they have that too. It's just all steampunky and stuff.
Well, yeah, but you can still do, I don't know, there can still be, like, magic.
Yeah.
And it not be those things. Like, it feels like there's either one or those two options, where it's just like, it has to be all technological, or it has to be all magical, and swords and shields and stuff, and armor. And there's no, like, weird middle ground. And the weird middle ground where, like, technology and magic cross over together is where stuff can get really interesting. Like, that's why I like Final Fantasy X's location so much. Xanarkand.
Yeah.
And, Spira, I think the name of the world is called, where it's like technology used to be all-encompassing, but because of the big evil that showed up and destroyed all technology, the religious nutters think that if they use technology, the evil will show back up. So there's no technology and there's only magic, but certain people still use technology, and there's like the ruins of technology everywhere. So it's like a mix, and there's a weird, religious fear surrounding all of it, and that makes it really, really interesting.
Yeah. They do that in Elix too. There's a
Shut up about Elix. Nobody fucking cares.
I'm gonna bring that game in a few weeks. I'm gonna bring it, and you're gonna sit here and you're gonna watch me fucking play it for an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We may make a 90-minute special just about Elix, because I have a weird love-hate thing with Elix.
What did they do in Elix?
There's well, Christopher, I'm glad you asked.
I'm sure you are.
They have a faction called the Berserkers, and they're essentially
Oh, that's a good name. I've never heard that name for
anything.
for a label in something in a video game
Yeah,
before.
exactly. But they're essentially like Vikings, and they prefer using the magic of the earth as opposed to, well, Magalan, which is the planet it takes on.
Magalan.
Magalan. Anyway, I'll get.
Is that like Trump?
No, it's like the chick who betrayed Jesus,
Okay.
or the one who banged Jesus. I'm not so good on-
Magna. Maga.
Magalan.
It sounds like you're saying Magaland.
No.
Do you see what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying now. I get it now. All right, but yeah, it's like Magaland, but no D.
It still makes me uncomfortable.
It's Trump's internet provider, Magaland.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. But they named the planet after it. Okay.
Right.
All right. And the Berserkers prefer using the magic as opposed to the technology. They're essentially Luddites in that regard, as they shun technology until they need it to advance their agenda, and then they ask you in hush hush secret private to get them some technology.
And this is like in big block text in a like weird shitty sci-fi
Subterfuge.
font. Yeah.
Just a big blinking fucking sign.
Alert! Alert! You are entering a secret mission. Alert! Alert! This rat's a fucking moron.
No, they are not smart, but they are stronger than me. I'm gonna make it run for it again.
That's the gate they keep closing on you?
That's the one. Doink.
And so what's the key there to make that not happen?
I think I have to lure all the rats away from it so no one can work the mechanism, but I never could quite figure out how to do that.
Oh good, another video without a conclusive ending. Yay! I feel like our videos need to stop ending where we just give up and it's just like, hey, this is all I'm gonna do because this isn't fun anymore.
It adds to the realness of it. It's like, I hit my quota. Because let's just call it. It's fine. No one wants to be here anyway.
Like that's something I've noticed where like
couldn't we have done this in an email?
That's something I've noticed with some video games where it's literally like when you're like getting through a part and you're just like, fuck, I just want to get this over with so I can like save and stop.
Yeah.
And it's like, why am I still even forcing myself to play this?
It's
when you get to that point.
When you intend to present a different game and then you get 20 minutes in and you can't figure out what the fuck to do.
Oh, what game was that?
Armacrog. I couldn't.
Armor Krog?
Armacrog.
What is that?
It is a stop motion. It would probably be right up your alley if you could figure out what the fuck's going on.
Oh, could you not?
No, it's a.
This is like when you. What was that other game that I said you needed to try now that you said you didn't like?
How long ago did you say
it
that?
It was just recently. I don't know. You go ahead.
But anyway, it's I mean, it's pretty. It's stop motion and it's a point and click. So
I mean, that sounds pretty.
I know you. I
like both of those things.
Yeah, yeah.
But you didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Not knowing what to do next is kind of like the point of a point and click game, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
did you click on everything?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you click on the things that you had in your inventory and then click on everything?
See, it has an auto inventory system, which I thought was cool. If you have the thing in your inventory, all you have to do is walk up to it and click the thing, and it'll bring the thing that you need.
Oh, I don't trust that. That sounds like too easy for a coding problem to occur.
Sure. But it runs pretty smooth, regardless of that. Let's see. Other real beefs with it. But with other point-and-click games, you eventually get to a point where it just dawns on you, and you're like, oh! And then you progress.
Right.
Those points are really few and far between.
Yeah.
In Armacrog, and you just feel like the gameplay just comes to a grinding halt, and you're just running around in circles.
Well, there's a lot of that in point-and-click games. It's one of the main problems with the genre is that
this one's really heavy on it.
If it's either going to be really, really simple and thus not that fun, or it's going to be really obtuse and only something that like the developer would have thought of.
That's a good word to describe it. It's very obtuse.
Yeah. I don't like how this game just screams at you. You need a key for that. Oh, look, and
it happened again.
Yeah, this doesn't look like fun.
It was fun for all of 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, nah. I need to have something I can fight.
You need at least like some sort of way to maybe not even fight back, but just like disappear better.
Yeah,
Like if you had like a smoke bomb type thing,
they might
or
might
like
get one later.
like a kick dust up in their face.
Oh yeah, throw dirt in their face would be really good. Handful of dirt. You have acquired handful of dirt in your inventory.
Well, you don't even need to do that.
And
You
then
could just make you could just make it a button where at any point you can like lean down and it takes like 2 or 3 seconds to grab a little ball of dirt and then throw it. You know, and the time it takes is the reason why you don't want to use it a lot, because they could catch you in that time.
Sure.
But if you wanted to throw it as like a distraction or as like a quick way to get away, there's a different door. Go out that way.
Yeah, that's too heavy for me to
Not
lift.
that one. That one. That way. To the left.
Past me cannot hear you.
God damn it. You're playing it wrong. Oh, there's a blacksmith.
I played it wrong pretty much the entire second half of the video.
Oh, the blacksmith's friendly.
Which is where we are now. You know what? I wish I could have interacted with him to see if he'd actually buy and sell stuff.
He probably would.
Probably would.
I mean, his name is Blacksmith. You're just going to all the same places over and over.
Well, I have to go back to them to give them stuff. That's my current mission, is I'm gathering supplies for Gusto and Fatal.
Oh, the two people who could have escaped but didn't escape.
Didn't yet, because they want me to do all the work because video games.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I was about to say, there's very clearly a hole there.
Very clearly. Absolutely, obviously. Yep, there we go. Drop a little bit there. It'll do that from time to time.
And now we're back in a prison.
We're
area.
back in the prison. That loops right back around.
Fucking
right
terrific.
back to this hallway.
Great. Why wouldn't we want to come back here?
Exactly. No, it's a good place to escape because the rats can't get into it that way.
Oh, a crimson mushroom.
And I have no idea what it does.
Yeah.
Yep. It was one of those games, you know, those games that you get and then it just kind of sits in your library.
And then you never want to play.
Yeah, you never play it until the one day that you do, and it's like months
and then
years
you do,
later.
and then you play it, and you're like, oh yeah, I was right. I didn't need to play this.
No, I played this for the first time last night. It was just sitting in my library, untouched. I wiped the metaphorical dust off of it.
I'm gonna play the worst game next week.
Okay, good.
You don't even know.
I want to see it. I'm dying.
I don't even know what it's gonna be yet. But
I'm gonna think.
But I know I'm gonna find something that you're gonna hate.
It's gonna be fucking solitaire or something. Just an hour of solitaire.
What's wrong with solitaire?
Nothing. It's just not very interesting to sit someone and watch play it for an hour.
I'd be more into watching solitaire than I am this right now.
I'm gonna bring solitaire.
I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised you haven't been like, this is my recording of Tetris 99. This is me playing Tetris for...
I haven't given Nintendo money for Nintendo Online, so I can't play Tetris 99.
What?
Yeah, you have to have Nintendo Online to basically play anything online. Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Tetris 99, anything.
That's kind of silly.
Well, I mean, par for the course. It's
I feel like that type of shit is fucked up to me.
Sure.
Where if you pay $60 for a video game,
yeah,
you then continuously have to pay a monthly fee just to play that game.
Play it.
Like, I get it if it's something.
I mean, I already have to pay an internet bill.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, why do I have to pay another subscription fee?
Especially for services that aren't always that great and go down every now
Well,
and then.
the thing about it is you're kind of incentivized with Nintendo as well because you got the whole NES and SNES backlog there. Not the whole backlog, just certain titles that they...
Yeah, Mitchell was saying something about that last night. Like,
I think
so
that's
when you get Nintendo Online, do you like get an assortment of like free old Nintendo games?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
As opposed to like 15 years ago on the Wii, where you had to spend like $20 a piece to buy Mario
Virtual
and Zelda
console,
again. Yeah.
titles. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's better this way.
And how much is it?
Mitchell says it's $4 a month. Or $6 a month.
That's not mad. That's cheaper than PlayStation or Xbox.
It's worth it to play Mario Kart. I think Jared's got Mario Kart as well. Do you have Mario Kart?
I don't have a Switch.
I thought you had one.
I do not.
Oh.
No. I have borrowed Mitchell's Switch before.
Ah, okay. That's where the confusion lies.
Mitchell and I trade consoles every now and then just to make sure that we can all play all the stuff.
Sure. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what friends are for, Eric.
That's what friends are for.
Maybe you should get in the ball game. Start.
I would love very much to get in the ball game. Do you have something that you would like to borrow?
No, not really.
Because we both play everything pretty much on PC now.
Yeah. And our Steam accounts are linked, so literally I could just open your Steam account and just download whatever.
So I'm already in the game.
Yep.
I'm on time to this one.
What's happening?
See, I thought...
You thought you could catch this board on fire?
See, I had jars of oil.
Are you being too smart for the video game?
I am. Yeah. I thought I could just catch that bar on fire and burn it down, and then the door would open, but that did not work.
You know what that reminds me of? There's a point in Silent Hill 2, towards the end of the game, where you have to. There's like a trap door in the ground, and you have to open up the trap door. And in your inventory, you have like a wooden bar, and you have like an iron bar. And all of these things.
Yeah.
And the thing that you have to do is you have to get a candle and a lighter and like an unrelated piece of metal, and you have to melt the wax onto the trap door and then stick the unrelated piece of metal into it to make a handle to then open the trap door. And that's how you solve that puzzle. Whereas you have all these things in your inventory that you could at any time use to just pry it open. And also, melted wax would not hold up any type of door.
No.
I always remember that as just like one of the stupidest fucking puzzles.
I cannot remember.
That's like adventure game, like point and click game style stupid puzzle.
Yeah, that sounds like one of those old Newgrounds point and clicks. I think it was one where I had to make a key, but I had a bar of soap and a toothbrush. And you would think that you would just have to jam the soap into the mold because you have a key mold for some reason. I don't know why I have a key mold while I'm trapped into a bathroom. It's a Newgrounds Flash game, so who cares?
Yeah.
But you have to somehow melt
Oh my god, you're getting raped by these rats.
Actually, no. They're not hitting me. They're just kind of acting like they are.
Oh.
This is close to the end of the video.
Oh, thank God.
But you have to melt down the plastic toothbrush and make the key is the point I'm trying to make there. That one actually hit me. Remember Newgrounds?
I remember Newgrounds. Are you getting to a point in the story? You had to melt the...
We were just talking about weird point-and-click puzzles where you wouldn't expect the stuff to do it the way you would think it would.
Okay.
Yeah, just subversive little point-and-click puzzles.
All right, well, the video's over.
Sure is.
So, that was a ghost of a tale.
That was ghost of a game.
And I don't...
We were late to the tale.
I don't think it was worth playing at all.
Well, we play bad games, so you don't have to. Filthy and Free Publishing.
I think the worst part about this for me was that I played this already, and I knew that I didn't like it.
I didn't know that coming into this.
And then now it came back.
I just thought we would talk about mice the whole time.
What mice?
Go back and listen to all the mice we mentioned.